Hello YouTube, this is Rhino Dan, and I'm doing a video on new riders and where they should practice at when they first get their permits. A lot of riders want to get out and get on the freeway as fast as they can. But the problem with that is that the freeway is one of the safest places to be because everybody's traveling the same direction. And the only time a freeway becomes very dangerous when there's stop traffic and when you're lane splitting. But for the most part, if there's a good flowing road and everybody's going the same direction, the freeway is not that dangerous. It can be, but you're more likely to get in an accident in the city streets like right here because of side traffic, oncoming traffic. There's a lot of ways for people. And just because you have the right of way doesn't mean that it's going to stop a car from hitting you. So be mindful of that. Sometimes I let other cars go ahead of me or give them the right of way just because they're a car and I'm a motorcycle and I just don't want to get hit. And that's something you're going to have to learn too, is how to ride defensively, and driving in the streets in the city will teach you that. Another thing is too that's going to be really important for you to learn is how to make gear shifts, ups and downs, going up gear and down gear, and driving in the streets are going to tell you that because you're going to have a lot of stop and goes. Versus on the freeway where you're going to be in 6th gear, cruising, not really doing a lot of gear shifts. It's going to be a lot easier driving on the freeway. Usually the freeway is just more of at a constant RPM or a constant gear. Versus on the city streets, you're going to be going up and down gears constantly as you go to stop signs and stop lights. And that's going to help you become familiar with how to shift your motorcycle, and it's going to teach you how to be a better rider. It's going to be frustrating at times for sure, but those frustration will definitely, you overcome that as the more you practice and you get better. And it's the same thing, they have this 2-day motorcycle course in California that I don't think it's long enough. You get your permit, you take the course, you pay your money, and they kick you out and you have a driver's license as long as you don't drop the bike. It's pretty not good. But at the same time, I think it should go on for at least 5 to 7 days worth of training, because of motorcycles training, even after you get done with the 2-day training, you don't know enough about motorcycle riding unless you have a background. And even then, you're riding on the streets, which is a whole different animal than on dirt. So that's my opinion. I know I'm going to have a lot of instructors probably going to argue with me but I know a lot of people that recently that would pass their motorcycle training course just to get into a motorcycle accident in the first 2 weeks or the month after having passed the course. That happens. So that's why I recommend driving in the streets, going out, practicing, learning how to use your controls, your gas and brake and throttle and all that stuff. It's going to come from driving in the streets. Another thing that's really important too when you drive the streets is your awareness. Being able to look around your environment and not get tunnel vision or target fixation. Target fixation basically happens when something in the environment strikes you, and it's pretty much something that happens when you're scared, or something in the environment that you think is dangerous to you. And when that happens, it's very easy for a person or motorcycle rider to start riding unconsciously towards their target fixation. On YouTube, there's probably like 1 million videos of people wrecking because of target fixation. Whether it's a parked car, the rail on the side of the road, something happening like gravel, or whatever's in the environment that's causing them to stop looking at the overall picture. And that's the problem with target fixation, that it stops you from looking at everything you need to look at. Another thing that causes people trouble is that they see discolored pavement, potholes, obstacles in the road, and they start staring at it, and that target fixation causes accidents too, even if they don't run it over, but they're not aware of what's going on around them, like other things in the road, side cars, oncoming traffic, things like that. So driving in the streets, in your back roads, is a great place for you to practice these things. Take it slow and really truly work on your vision and not getting And if you find yourself target fixating, immediately stop and start focusing down the road. And you'll know when you're target fixating. It's a pretty interesting sensation. Is where you're locked onto something and then that's all you can look at. And when that happens is when you need to like look down the road, immediately look through where you're riding and just forget about what you're looking at. And it happens to new motorcycle riders because right there I went over a bumpy road. That's where they don't trust the suspension yet of the vehicle. And so when you begin to trust your suspension, you're less likely for that to happen. So thanks for watching. If you guys subscribe, thank you very much. And if you have any questions, you can leave a comment or email me. I'm going to leave links for me at my email. I just recently opened up a Twitter account and an Instagram. I don't have many followers on either one of them, but that's another way to contact me. If you want to message me, please do. And I'm going to keep trying to make these cool videos for new riders so they can go out there and have fun. And every time I ride, my goal is to always come home in one piece. That's it. Have a nice day. Thank you.